bottom. As HKA would round out, though, I really like the Corki pick because you can have the early Hex Shrinker itemization into the Syndra to just deny the all-in unless Syndra gets snowballed that farther ahead of you, so I think it's super safe. Otherwise, HKA, they've got a lot more scaling. I like to call them bridge options in a sense of kind of bridging you from your early game to your mid game or your late game in the Quinn and the Cassiopeia ultimate. It basically creates this massive buffer zone in front of her that just lets Tristana abuse you with her superior range and walk front to back in team fights.
Not to mention, Buster Shot pretty good for the self peel as well as Flay being available.
Might be indicative of the rest of the meta that we see through not just plans but also into Worlds. If Renekton continues to be such a high priority, he's gonna get knocked down a bunch of
lead here for Mega in theory, but basically means nothing at this stage. We'll see whether the Rek'Sai can find something now as
Flash Flay?
Tunnels on forward. That's going to be that Flash Flay that you were talking about. And Lloyd going to be flashing as well. Another hook going to land as First Blood comes on over. Dell was looking for the reset, but decides not to go too far as Crash was making his way down. Great start for Mega.
And really good timing from Lloyd right there.
A little bit better if you're Lloyd as we have a look at this one once again.
And it's just the fact that HKA didn't respect standing on that side of the lane when they didn't have vision. Now, to be fair to them, their jungler had just been down there. So ships passing in the night, it was a 2-second difference of, yeah, we're totally fine, or at least just check this bush. Nah, you weren't fine.
Yeah.
A lot more proactive and a lot more aggressive here. He is the firepower of his team, especially as a level 9 Syndra. If he hits you, he will chunk you out of the fight.
Well, we'll see whether he can hit this one as he throws down the orb. Valkyrie now on cooldown as the rest of HKA moving on up. We've got a teleport to come in. Mega are committing to this fight. Good stun is going to land. Stolen is the Mountain Drake, but the kill is going to go over. And Lloyd is already dead. Disengage options now as 3Z. He's already flown down. The Skyfall's coming in as Rocky just copping auto attack after auto attack. Over the wall there with the slice, and it looks like Mega should be able to make their way out, but Harrier should be proccing yet again. No, not going to find.
While Mega are trying to scramble to get back in position on this map. Here comes the TP.
Yep, another TP into another pit, this time on the north, as we've got a flash, but the hook is going to land. The scat of the week was good this time as G4, they're trying to deliver it to him, but Pop says, nope, we're not going to do it this time. Can't risk a Valkyrie coming off cooldown as Shelly is going to change her attention over to Lloyd. Mega, they definitely want. We are going to eat these last couple of plates here. Shelly will pile on through and gets the most valuable turret here for Mega. So a great start here for the Southeast Asian squad.
So there were two ways, or not just two, there were a couple ways.
Now on the clock as we're looking for another objective, 3Z. He thinks that it's going to be Rocky, as doesn't land the blind, but this is a Crocodile that just can't really move out from underneath his turret.
And also a potential win condition now for HKA. They've been playing on the back foot. They don't have the gold lead right now, sitting in between a lot of different item breakpoints. We talked about that bridge where you need 3Z to really
3Z
pop off.
looking for the solo kill. The flash comes in. He outplays
no!
him. No! Oh, he never even hit him, so it's an execution. So in theory, that's good news for 3Z, but man, that was so close and then so far.
Round two, up top, let's go.
Yeah, we land a stopwatch really nicely as G4. He's like, I got no buttons left, can't do anything, and he's going to be dead. The rest of his team turn up, but they're way too late. Still a 3v3, and it looks like they won it as Dale's going to use his rocket jump to close the gap. It's Crash! Oh my god, Pop, that was a hook. To end all hooks is now Kai Wing. He's trying to offer something, but doesn't get there. Pop is holding this team together, I swear.
That was the glimpse. That was HKA.
Right, you've got two Mountain Drakes. You're going to kill that thing so quickly, but HKA have a different thing to say about it. Pop is going to go golden, as now HKA running for the hills as Rocky teleports his way forward.
And that has to be. That's the trigger. Rocky just pulled the TP. You can see Quinn is going to town.
Yeah, completely committed on the outer turret on the bottom side. So this Baron down to about half health. We're trying to get there. Flapping our wings as we're trying to get forward, but Lloyd has to go golden. G4 flashing over the wall. Crash gonna get out of the way.
Quinn's here.
Of the week, and finally 3Z is going to arrive, and that's because they peeled away from the Baron, trying to find kills that they didn't manage to get.
Mega are in trouble, like you said. They were trying.
Crash is going to be bottom side of the map. The Baron should belong to Mega. Sonic Wave now on cooldown. Not going to find the stun once again is G4, and that means Mega are going to pull away. Rocky, he stepped a little bit too far. Blade of the Ruin King comes forward, trying to get as much health back as possible. But once again, 3Z not going to bite off more than he can chew.
So your two options if you're HKA is going to be between Renekton and Quinn. It could just be that with Rocky's...
Surprise, surprise. A lot of burst damage as G4, of course, is going to be there.
It could just be with Rocky going away from the Spear of Shojin build and instead going just like straight tank, that eventually 3Z just loses the ability to kill him, continues to farm up there, but the Renekton's just unmovable.
Well, Kaiwing looks for the grand entrance, doesn't get there as Mission now throwing rockets over to the side as 3Z has found Rocky yet again. Now with the ability to block some of these crits, certainly good for the Crocodile. You saw not taking as much damage, but still has no way. Someone needs to make a decision. I'm sure someone's going to at some point, Frosco. Who's your money on?
My money's on Daewoo. I feel like this game is
he
going to...
was already doing it. That was too easy.
This game's decided by Mission or Daewoo. Does Daewoo just get to hit people, chunk them out, walk out to a tower and force them off? Or will Mission use his TP and help out his Quinn bottom, please?
Well, 3Z is taking inner turrets on his own, so maybe doesn't need too much help at this stage.
Rocky just gave up.
Yeah, well, I would too, to be honest. He hasn't been having a great time.
Okay, here comes a potential package fling.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to do that one.
The Corgi taking on a little bit of a walk here. Make sure you get that exercise in if you're going to be playing that skin as Lloyd.
He's
barely missed by that one.
He's playing middly right now on the
An inhibitor turret fell down. 3Z now going to try and kill the Crocodile and should be able to do it very comfortably. And if he doesn't kill the Croc, he will kill this inhibitor. There's now the slice, the dice, the vault. And no, Rocky, you're not doing nothing. And 3Z's just abusing this matchup. And the problem is Mega can't make a decision, and therefore there's nothing to be gained elsewhere on the map.
Hipster Raz.
Hipster Raz, the guy lost.
Okay, we're making the decision now. Like you said, Mega have run out of time. They're using the TP. They're going all in right now. They don't have the bottom inhib. This is it.
Right, we're going for a 50-50, boys. 2,000 help now on the
map.
Stolen by Crash. HKA. Can they win the team fight afterwards? Crash going to go down very, very low. But Mission destroys Lloyd. Rocky goes golden, but then goes into the death chamber. A double kill. Now for Mission. Pop's going to go down. And the Zaya grabs one of them as well. Eminem picks it up. And now HKA, they're going to look at the enemy base and go, oh, what happened to that? It's already been destroyed.
Exactly. They're going to TP down. This is going to be the end of the game. Mega got stalled out on the Baron for what felt like years. The indecision there. How were they going to attack the map? And it was HKA with better fundamentals on the day, on the back of 3Z, split up the map, stole the Baron, and will now steal the game.
And I love this as a lesson. The price of indecision. Mega, they had the mid-game. They had the control. They didn't use it. And now the Nexus will fall on their side of the map. HKA successful in their first game at Worlds.
That one was a doozy.
That was a doozy. Certainly unexpected with how the mid-game went. But it is a great lesson to take away. You need to make plays. If G2 taught us anything, it's make decisions and be on the same page about them. Then it doesn't necessarily matter. Like.